Alright, so welcome back to my channel. I'm sure you can see I'm in my dorm room. The classic cream, eggshell, white brick background right here. The RIP Bernie 2020 sign right here. And also the classic Jolah subscribe button right here. So make sure you do that, of course. Lately, I've geared my channel towards what I call pragmatic progressivism. And part of doing that is taking a more holistic approach to politics. Looking for political power wherever we can grab it, looking for any area where more progressive solutions can help people. We often overlook rural America. We focus on urban issues as progressives for very key reasons, of course, but there's a lot of things we often don't pay enough attention to. And that's basically what I'm trying to do with this little series, which is rural sort of progressive policy solutions. This is stuff we should be doing. These are people we should be trying to help, regardless of what the demographics are of these people. If they are conservative demographics, liberal demographics, no matter what, we should be trying to help these people. One big category here is firefighters. I talk a lot about firefighters. I think it's insane that 90% of firefighters are volunteer. If you are a professional firefighter, that means you're in a big city like Philadelphia or Pittsburgh, where they need to pay people, or there won't be any more firefighters whatsoever. Anywhere else, you are a volunteer. Your job is to sit on edge and wait for a call to go into a burning building, and you don't get paid for it. There's some benefits. It's a joke, honestly. Of course, we want to pay these people, but that's not how state politics or local politics works. We can't just make a big jobs program for, fire officers. We can't just do that. States can't borrow money like the Fed can. If our national government decided to do like a national firefighters initiative where we're going to pay firefighters, we would be able to do that. But we're operating with the realism of state level politics. So often as well, these local fire departments in rural areas, these volunteer fire departments, these are often very underfunded. They get some money from local taxes. Most of it is raised. They often have restaurants. They often have bars. They have different revenue streams. They don't all, actually, I would say a majority of them wouldn't like my idea for like a jobs program, a jobs program for firefighters, make being a firefighter a job, because they don't want the government to come and put their hands into what this local community organization is doing. Even without that, though, there is a big way we can help firefighters and fire departments. So a big cost that these fire stations incur is when they need to buy a new piece of equipment or like a new truck. A big way to save firefighters money is to give them loans to pay off these trucks or pieces of equipment outright, so they don't have to take out loans from these private industries with super high interest rates. So for example, many local boards will try to give donations, collect donations to give to fire departments as a loan. Like local communities will come together, get like $100,000 together, and give that to a fire department. Give that money to a fire department so that they can buy a truck without interest, and then pay that money back to the people. It operates at a net cost of zero because the money's always paid back. All that happens is local people come together through government or some other means. They come together and provide this loan to the fire departments, which they use to buy the trucks, so they don't have to pay interest loans. We need a mechanism at state levels. We need a mechanism at any functional level, to be honest, that allows firefighters, more specifically fire departments, to take out loans with a 0% interest rate. We need a mechanism like that. It's not easy to get funds to fire departments currently. That needs to change. This would operate sort of like a national infrastructure bank would. So a national infrastructure bank would basically, if there's an infrastructure program that is needed in a certain state, a local government or a private entity can contact this national infrastructure bank and say, hey, we want to build this project. We want to build X project. They request a loan from this National Infrastructure Bank to do their infrastructure project, a private entity or a local government. Once they do that project, they pay back that loan with 0 interest. What I want at the state level is an option for, and I live in Pennsylvania, so this is a little bit specific here. I'm not sure what the rules are in other states. I don't know if this is already a thing. But if a fire department wants to buy a truck, there should be a mechanism at the local and state government level, a mechanism that allows fire departments to say, hey, we want to buy this $150,000 piece of something, and we need a loan from the government so we don't have to pay 10% interest on this already expensive bill. I think it's our duty to do this, which is the bare minimum to help our fire departments survive. These things that are held up by the community, held up by volunteers. This is the bare minimum we need to be doing. 0% interest rate loans, and this shouldn't be a freaking controversial thing. It's a pathetic, reality that this isn't done already. Especially, I know many legislators are representatives of fire departments and don't push for policies like these that can actually help people. In general, it does suck, this place that we're in with our public services. Stockbrokers will make millions of dollars in a day sitting on their asses, and our hardworking individuals that are actually helping their communities will make $0 off of all their hard work, literally sacrificing their lives in many instances to save people from burning buildings and burning cars. They are doing this. And the fact that we aren't supporting it as a community, as a people, as a society, this is being felt in the numbers. So in the 70s in Pennsylvania, there were over 400,000 firefighters. In 2000, I think it dipped to below 100,000. Now in Pennsylvania, there are less than 35,000 firefighters. In Pennsylvania, there are less than 35,000 firefighters, which is absolutely insane. So we need to start bringing this to the public light by offering fire departments, when they buy stuff, 0% interest loans by the government, net zero cost. It's all paid back. We also need to move into programs that up benefits for firefighters. We need to explore opportunities for firefighters in more rural areas to make it a career. And we need to see how we can finance this. Because like I said before, state government is complicated. You can't borrow like the national government can. So at a state level, you need to be budget neutral, which is what makes everything difficult. But there are ways we can figure out how to do this. We can start a national movement, even a statewide initiative to pressure our national representatives, our federal representatives in Congress, to pressure them to push for a policy that helps firefighters. This is a group that isn't going to vote Democrat. This is a group that is going to be very conservative. I don't care what the demographics are. This is a key flaw in our system that's hurting working class people, that's hurting working class communities. This is a deep flaw that we can fix and we should fix and we will fix. And progressives should be the people that do it.